Hello friends, welcome to Susan and John MathTube. So we continue with our journey in complex analysis, and in the last video we learned very clearly the types of singularities. But the method that we learned to calculate residue in that video was a long process and can be used only for special type of functions. Anyway, in this video, we have an excellent method with which we will learn something called Cauchy's residue theorem in the coming videos. Okay, so suppose we have a pole. I hope you remember pole is a singularity which will convert the function values into very large complex numbers in a neighborhood of this Z0. So if it is a simple pole, this is the formula. If it is a multiple pole, this is the formula. Now let's go straight away into problems. Are you all ready with a pen and a paper? Okay. The question is, identify the pole and find the residue at the pole. Okay. Clearly, we have two poles. Come on, tell me what are the poles? Z equal to 1 and Z equal to minus 2. All you have to do is you have to make the denominator is equal to 0 and find the values which will make the denominator 0, and they are the poles because the function will become infinite. Okay, now do you still remember the definition of residue? Residue in a casual way is the value of the function by avoiding the bad part. What do you mean by the bad part? The big complex numbers generated by the function. That means the complex numbers which will look like infinity plus I infinity. But this is not the exact definition, but this is a very practical way to understand. Anyway, I think you already checked the word meaning residue. If not, a small amount of something that remains after the main part, and the main part here is that infinity created by the function. Okay, I'm going to go through this formula. So look at this. Z equal to 1 is a symbol pole, and for symbol pole this is the formula. So I'm going to write like this. R1 is equal to, I hope you copied the question. If not, I want you to copy it now. So look at this, R1 equal to residue of the function at Z equal to 1, and I'm going to write it is a symbol pole. And the formula is like very simple. Limit Z tends to, I told you our job is to avoid the neighborhood of the troublemaker. That's a logic. So I'm taking a neighborhood of the troublemaker, and I'm going to make sure it gets cancelled. So this is the formula. I just applied the formula. Okay, so this will be limit Z tends to 1, Z minus 1. Now you'll understand what I meant by cancelling. Can you see? I made sure the troublemaker is gone. Now apply the limit. So we will get 1 square divided by 1 plus 2 the whole square, and that is equal to 1 by 9. Now look at this method, not like the expansion method, because we don't have to expand the function. We are able to find the residue just like that. Okay, now look at the second pole. The second pole is Z equal to minus 2, and the order of the pole is 2. So I have to apply this formula. Did you copy the formula? Okay, I'm going to write R2 equal to residue of the function at Z equal to minus 2, and in bracket I'm going to write order is 2. So the formula is 1 by order minus 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1. Limit Z tends to the troublemaker. You take that troublemaker to the left side and multiply it with the function. I'm not going to write the formula here. Oh, wait a minute. No. We have to differentiate. So we go back. limit z tends to minus 2, d by dz. Don't forget this, it's very important. If the pole is of order 3, you have to differentiate twice. If the pole is of order 5, you have to differentiate 4 times. So the order is 2 here, so I have to differentiate once. Now the same logic, z plus 2 multiplied by the function. And when you multiply by the function, the troublemaker, here we have to put the order, and if I multiply by the function z square by z minus 1, z plus 2 the whole square, this part will get cancelled. Now we cannot apply the limit directly, so 1 by 1 factorial, limit z tends to minus 2, d by dz of z square by z minus 1. Now this is so easy because you have to differentiate only once. Sometimes the pole will be of order 3, so you'll end up differentiating 2 times. Now limit z tends to minus 2, you have to apply u by v rule. Denominator derivative of numerator minus numerator derivative of denominator divided by denominator square. Now apply the limit. Applying the limit means just plug in the value z equal to minus 2. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3 multiplied by 2 into minus 2 minus 4 minus minus 2 the whole square is 4 divided by 9. So it ends up like 8 by 9 is the residue. Okay, now let's do more problems. Okay, are you ready with the calculator? We need calculator. And this is extra important. Don't be stingy. Take a paper and note it down. You may know this, but in examination, I see so many students forgetting this part. Okay, so I'm going to factorize the denominator. So I took my calculator and I typed the equation like this in the calculator. And my calculator gave me the roots to be minus 3 and minus 1 by 3. So this function can be written as 3 multiplied by z plus 1 by 3. I'm applying this factorization technique. Don't forget this. The coefficient of the highest power should be there. Z plus 3. Now tell me, what are the singularities? Z equal to minus 1 by 3, z equal to minus 3. Pole of order 1. It's a pole because it becomes infinite. Pole of order 1. Now what's the formula? R1. In examination also write like this. Residue for the new syllabus in TU, they will ask 2 mark question to calculate the pole. Z equal to minus 1 by 3. You can write symbol pole or pole of order 1. What's the formula? Limit z tends to the troublemaker. Do we have to differentiate? No. That is only for pole of higher order, more than 1. Z plus 1 by 3 multiplied by the function. I'm going to copy the function from here. I hope you can clearly see why we are doing this. We are trying to remove the portion which creates infinity. Now I'll plug in the value minus 1 by 3, minus 4 by 3 plus 3 divided by 3 multiplied by minus 1 by 3 plus 3. Use a calculator or otherwise. I got the value of 5 by 24. Now R2, what do you mean by R2? Residue at the second pole, z equal to minus 3. Limit z tends to minus 3. It's so easy, z plus 3 multiplied by the function cancels and I got the answer 9 by 8. Don't trust my answer. I want you to check it, confirm it. Unless and until you practice, you won't be confident. So, by the way, are you using our channel in your mathematical journey? Do subscribe and support us. Okay, now let's go for the next question. Super important question. Pause the video, try it. Okay, so the singularities are given by the values which make the denominator 0. I am using a calculator. If you don't have calculator, take common, apply this formula method and you'll get the roots. So look at the troublemakers. Z equal to 0, symbol pole. Z equal to minus 1 plus I, symbol pole. Z equal to minus 1 minus I, symbol pole. And the factorization is 1 multiplied by this into this into this. Okay, now this is a simple pole, so I'm using the formula. I already did the calculation, but I'll strongly recommend use a calculator. In your calculator there's a complex mode and you can do complex multiplication in your calculator itself. But if you don't want to do that, you can do it manually, but that will waste a lot of time. Because in most of the universities, when you learn complex analysis, you may be learning other topics which will be very lengthy, so that you can save time if you use calculator. Anyway, I got the answer 2. Now look at this. I am trying to find the residue at this complex number. By the way, I hope you understood this part. Z into Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. And we got, okay. Now what I did is I had to plug in this value. So I got minus 1 plus I the whole square plus 4 divided by minus 1 plus I multiplied by minus 1 plus I minus bracket minus 1 minus I, and if you simplify this will get cancelled, and I'm going to write this in the form a minus b the whole square, a minus b. I'm just writing minus a plus b in the reverse order, multiplied by this will be 2i. Again, strong recommendation, use calculator. Anyway, I'm not using calculator, I'm going to do it manually. A square minus 2ab plus b square plus 4 divided by 2 will be there, and this I and I will be I square is minus 1 and minus I. So this I square will be minus 1 and minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. You end up like 4 minus 2i divided by 2 multiplied by minus 1 minus I. Okay, we end up like the residue is 3 by 2 into I. Now we have to calculate one more residue, R3. Okay, as always, this is your work. Pause the video, do it now. Don't be overconfident. In mathematics, you have to understand the subject. That is exactly what we are trying to do in this video. Second thing, to score mark, you have to practice. Practice the problems in this video. Practice more problems similar to this. Make sure you're getting the final answer. That's it. You'll get a lot of marks. Okay. So I got the answer, minus 1 by 2, 1 plus 3. I tried. Okay, now let's go for, okay, did you copy the formula? Okay, now let's go for another problem. Okay, determine the poles of the function z square divided by etc. etc. So we have 2 poles, no, 3 poles. How do you get the pole? Equate the denominator to 0. And when I equated this denominator to 0, I got z equal to 2 from here, and z square equal to minus 9. Z equal to plus minus root under minus 9. I hope you still remember root under minus 9 is 3i. That is how I got 3 poles. One is of order 2 and this is symbol, this is symbol. Okay, R1 equal to residue at 2. Wait a minute, is of order 2, not symbol 1. That is why I kept the formula. So 1 by 2 minus 1 factorial. Don't forget to differentiate. How many times? 1 less than the order, and here it will be z minus 2 the whole square multiplied by the function. Okay, so we are going to get 1 by 1 factorial. I'll cut down the drama, so we get d by dz of cancellation. You'll end up like z square divided by z square plus 9. I hope you copied the function, if not copied now. Okay. And differentiate, limit z tends to 2. We cannot put it directly. So denominator multiply by derivative minus numerator multiply by derivative divided by z square plus 9 the whole square. See, your high school differentiation practice is paying off. So 4 plus 9, that is like 13, etc, 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 etc. I ended up like 36 by 169. Okay, now the second residue. Okay, limit z tends to 3i. In examination, you have to explain residue of the function at z equal to 3i, which is a symbol pole. Symbol pole means order is 1, the formula is symbol. Z minus 3i, z square divided by, how do you factorize? Very simple. Z minus 2, z minus 2, z minus 3i, z plus 3i. So this will get cancelled. Again, I am recommending you use technology. So 9i squared divided by 3i minus 2 the whole square. 3i plus 3i is 6i. I used my calculator. I got the answer minus 18 by 169 minus 15 by 338i. If you don't want to use calculator, that's fine. That's pretty fine. You can simplify it. Check whether you're getting this answer or something similar to this. R3 as always is homework. Don't cheat yourself. Try it. Anyway, I got the answer 169 plus 15 by 338i. By the way, if you're using these videos, it will be very nice if you comment below. That will encourage me to make more videos. That will help me understand what exactly you want in the videos, what sort of videos you want next, etc. etc. So comment below whether you're getting these answers, whether this answer is correct, etc. etc. Okay, so that's it. Practice a lot of problems similar to this. I'll be back with one of the most important videos, that is Cauchy's residue theorem. And after that, application, and then goodbye to this video series. But I'll be back with the next one, set transform. So till then, my friends, bye.